Just a normal day. Pig City. Oh no, not the birds again! I'm sorry, do you not like us in your natural habitat, piggies? Silver, why don't you show us what you got? Wow, really? Yeah, I mean, you're a new recruit and all, we gotta see what you do. Yeah, come on, Silver, show us what you got. Yeah, Silver, come on! Alright. Whoop! Whoop! Wow, Silver, that was actually really impressive. Yeah, that was actually really cool. Yeah, good job, Silver. Yeah, that was amazing. Great job. That was amazing, though I didn't like the violence. Yeah, great job, Silver. Yeah, you're really proving yourself to be a good member of the flock. I try. It's nice to be with people who actually appreciate me. Well, it's a good thing you found us, then. Thanks, Matilda. Alright, flock. Let's get back home. Seeing a city like this just makes me sick. Come on, let's get home before I want to beat up more pigs. Such a blur! This is getting worse and worse. Now there's a pit birds are attacking the city. I need to get Ross. What is taking him so long? About darn time I finally get a day off. Sorry, Chef Pig. I meant to come sooner. You're late, as you usually are, Ross. Why did you call me here so suddenly? It is time to move forward with our plans. You remember? I saved your life, Ross. Saved you from being thrown in the gutter, like so many other people who had the unfortunate to be in King Pig's employ. Of course. I was thrown out of the throne room. I was supposed to be put in jail, but you gave me an actual life. You gave me some of your soup, which, might I add, was very delicious. That's right, and just like you, the rest of the lower class pigs were about to have improvements done to their lifestyle. Now, come on, we've got work to do. Ooh, food. Oh, finally, something more satisfying than mud. It's still mud. Oh. So ridiculous. So ridiculous that the king is too good, too fat, too glorious to aid these pigs. Hey, boss. You can call me Chef Pig, you don't have to call me boss, and I prefer you not to call me boss, because I am not the king. Remember that, Ross. Yes, sorry, Chef Pig. So, when you said it's time to get to work, what work must we do? Gain followers. Followers? Like Instagram invites or subscriptions for YouTube? No, that would be too slow. We must do it manually. Round up as many pigs as you can who are living life in the slums and the gutters, and I will see to it that I make sure I influence them to join my cause. But I thought you said you wanted to help us. I never thought you said you wanted to become king. Of course I want to become king, Ross. Becoming king is the only way for me to carry on with my plan, which will be to improve the lifestyle of the lower class pig. For years, the pigs have always been held up in two hierarchies, the higher-ups or the lower class. But when I'm king, I will see to it that all pigs are treated equally, and there will be no divide. Very well. If you think your plan will succeed, how can we fail? I know I will succeed, Ross, because I have a 7-part contingency plan that will see to it that I remain on top, and nothing and no one will ever get in my way. Come on.
So when you said you wanted to gain followers, what kind of followers are you wanting?
The ones who are mistreated by the king and get the opposite of the respect they deserve. Oh, gotcha. So the lower classes? Precisely. The ones that live in the slums in the alleyways, like I used
You recognize us? Yes, it's not in Pig City. May I ask what has happened? It's only you earns the right to know. It was a long time ago. Back in 1988.
Me and my brother were 10 years old. We were kicked out of our home simply because we were poor, so we were forced to live our lives on our own. We managed to help each other out and scour the streets. Eventually, we got talents. My brother became a wizard, and I became a chef. My brother began experimenting with his powers, but he got arrogant and left me and said never to look for him again. I never saw him after that. So I vowed to use my powers for good, to help others in need, and they were appreciative and even allowed me to open my own restaurants there. There is when my worst mistake happened. A boy said he didn't like the food, and that caused me to snap. Something inside me snapped, and it caused me to kill the mother. And when the boy came back from the bathroom, he asked what happened. I said, not to worry, we'll be joining her soon. I killed the boy, and that's when my worst mistake happened. So in my years of solitude, I vowed to never ever again use my powers for aggression, but to wait. So I joined Pig Kingdom in 2015. And then after a failed feast with the king, I left the castle corridors, and that's when I met you, Ross. Wow, that's pretty brutal. I know. That's what drives me, and that's why we're here. So no one will ever have to go on the journey I did. Again. I understand. Excellent. Now come on. I've got a conference to make. Sir Streptig? Yes? I have something to tell you. What is it? When you were telling me about your past, that's how you can get followers. Explain to these people why your past matters and why you don't ever want the others to have to deal with what you did. That's a good idea. This is why you're my most personal friend, Ross. Friend? Yes. Because you and I have a mutual understanding. Thank you, sir. Of course. Now come on. The back alley is the best way to start a press conference. We don't want to be overheard by the king. Especially not the corporal. Sir, yes, sir. You're all probably wondering why I called you all here. You bit a sweet pippin, I am. What is your name, civilian? Bob. Well, Bob, I called you all here because of this question I'm about to ask. Hey, what's your question? Have you all been mistreated? What does misbeated mean? Mistreated. It means you were disrespected by the law, or your rights. Oh, then yes, I'm mistreated. It's like talking to a rock. What is your name, beated one? Humble. Interesting. Well, if you all have been mistreated, for example by the hierarchs, the king pig, the corporal, and the foreman, I called you all here because there is a rebellion that I have in mind. A rebellion that will go against the king and replace him as king, and I will take his place. I vow that when I am king, your lives will be changed for the better. When I am king, you will never ever have to live in the streets and scour the trash can for food. Never again will you have to deal with what I had. I was kicked out of my home simply because they couldn't afford me. Me and my brother were forced to live in solitude for 10 to 13 years. Until one day, my brother abandoned me. And then, that's what drives me. I do not want you guys to have to deal with that. And I mark my words, when I'm king, no pig that will be born will have to deal with it. You all will have good homes and good shelter in Pig City. I have a question. Great, what is the Peppa Pig reject doing here? Yes?
Wouldn't that cause a mutiny?
No, because the king's execution will happen after he is overthrown.
Oh, that answers my question.
Good. So, spread the word. Let them all know that when Chef Ethan Matthias Piggy turns into the king, your lives will never have to be like this again. and I am here to help you fulfill your destiny.
Long live the chef! 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 Long live the chef!
Well, your coup has started. So what's next? Phase 1 of my plan is now complete. But now's the next step. I will offer the Angry Birds a chance to join in on our plans. What? But they're terrorists! I thought your whole point of becoming king was to get rid of them. No, my whole point of becoming king is to get rid of the other king. The Angry Birds, if they are our allies...
Think about it. Birds and pigs, sworn enemies, turned into allies. The possibilities there are endless. There's the attack.
Perfect.
Come on, the corporal already made it to the castle. We have to get to the castle quickly.
You know, if I had just run us all the way up to the castle, it would be much quicker.
But Silver said it would be better to cover more ground.
She's a new recruit. What does she know? Greetings, Angry Birds. Ah, great. What do you want, Sheffy? I must ask you something. Are you sick of constantly needing to get your eggs back from the king? Having to constantly crash through this city in order to get your eggs back? Aren't you tired of fighting?
Well, I know I am.
Don't talk to this guy. Listen, Sheffy, you're asking for some sort of alliance. It's out of the picture.
First, let me ask you something.
You just did.
We both have a common enemy. The king. What are you talking about? The king. For too long has he treated me and so many other pigs wrong, treating us below him, while he lives up there in the higher ups. We live down here in the slums, and you Angry Birds in a way live in that same lifestyle, except you seem to enjoy it. But you shouldn't. What if we all live equally? The same. I'm offering a chance to give up on the battle between the birds and the pigs. The egg war can end just by simply joining me. The choice is yours, Angry Birds. So, what will it be? Are you in, or are you out? Terrence, why don't you show him our answer? Sorry, Chef Pig. Oh no. Oh! Come on, let's go get our eggs back. Come on, Terrence.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Well, that's why I made my contingency plan. Guess it's time to commence phase 2. We must divide those Angry Birds and make sure seeds of doubt are planted within their minds. I must make a call, Ross, if you would excuse me.
Do you have the artifact? Excellent. Yes, I have my half. Just make sure you keep yours. Very well.
How'd you manage to call that person so fast? Don't know. Come on. Let's go visit my contact. First, let me ask you something, Ross. Does this look familiar?
Yes, that's Whizpig's wand. Your brother's wand. Correct. My client has a certain book that has the power to rewrite reality. That, mixed with the power of my wand, will make the Angry Birds serve me whether they want to or not. I tried to play nice. I tried to offer them my hand, and they shook it away. And now they'll pay the price.
Instead of being with me by choice, they will serve me against their will as my puppets. Come on, Ross.
You want me to take that? Come on, Ross!
Why is it so cold?
You're feeling his presence.
Well, well, well. Chef Pig, took you long enough.
Ronin.
You mean the Ronin?
I know, the space tyrant. He is responsible for the destruction of Cold Cuts, the homeworld of the iceberg. Indeed, I'm quite satisfied by the sheer memory of that.
And I see you have the wand. I do. Now, do you have the artifact? I do indeed. The ABPA fanfiction. With this book, you can write anything and it'll come true. Kind of like the scrapbook in Scribblenauts.
I don't know what that is and I don't care. But either way, this book will be the key to your plan, Chef Pig.
Excellent. I appreciate your hospitality, Ronin.
Yes, but don't forget, my boss will want in on this plan. I will keep you posted. I will tell him that. Have fun rewriting reality. I'm confused. You won't be for long, Ross, once I tell you. But this book, this fanfiction, will be the key to my 7-part plan to come to fruition. This book will be the key to the Angry Birds' very own division. I offered them a chance to join me, and they dismissed it. So instead of my allies, they will become my pawns. And the pawns are about to move.